In today's recap for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, I thought I would share something that the American Society of Anesthesiologists posted after this recent episode. They posted on their Instagram account, "The Real Housewives know a fake. Anesthesiologists are medical doctors with more than 12 years of higher education and up to 16,000 hours of clinical training. Title misappropriation has no place in healthcare." They explain that anesthesiologists must complete medical school, have 12 to 14 years of higher education, complete 12 to 16,000 hours of clinical training focused on anesthesia care, pain control, and more, and often spend a year or more in a fellowship program to learn an anesthesiology subspecialty such as pain management or critical care. Then they explain that the nurse anesthetists do not complete medical school. They have 5 to 7 years of higher education and complete 2,500 hours of clinical training focused on anesthesia administration. Big difference. And lastly, they do not participate in a fellowship program in a subspecialty of any sort. Listen, even the American Society of Anesthesiologists is tired. We are all super tired of Miss Anna 8.5, whatever her last name is. I cannot sit here next week having this esophagus conversation, this dumb, so dumb and unnecessary esophagus conversation thrusted into me by my TV screen. I am going to lose every single glimpse of patience that I have left in me if I hear something about this matter ever again. I am tired. Annemarie, you are a beautiful woman. Your body is giving, face is giving, you are moneyed down, successful. But Annemarie, you have been a flop. Please, how dare you talk hours on end about Sutton's esophagus? Why is it that we are not seeing anything else concerning this woman? I don't want to see her back next season. I can't. And when Crystal clocked you, I was so super happy about it because, baby, you are gaslighting the hell out of these women, making them believe that you didn't say that a narrow esophagus isn't a thing and it is a sign of potentially having an eating disorder, and then you pin it on Crystal. Girl, roll the tapes back, rewatch the episode. Is there something wrong with your memory? And when Crystal said in her confessional, maybe I should be a doctor, it took her hours and days and weeks on end of researching and re-asking, and it took Crystal 5 minutes on Google. Girl, you picked the wrong one to fight with. And it's bizarre to me that someone would make a health concern that isn't theirs so prevalent in their own conversations that they have with the people around them, especially with people that you are just now meeting. And Kyle, you are just her neighbor. Don't play around with Annemarie's my friend. You wanted to call her up after the event and you didn't feel like it. So that to me is a telltale sign of you just want someone on the show that carries the bone and that, carries out actions that you can hardly act on, because you know you will probably get canceled by the fans for, you know, the whole health thing with Sutton. And Miss Kyle Richards, how dare you imply that Sutton doesn't eat a lot when you look into her fridge and it is not, you know, stacked up to your liking? Do I have to remind you that you are the woman who chose to get in control over her physique, body, mental health? You are such an advocate for the anti-drinking committee of the American BS Society that you want to judge everybody else now. Let's look at your marriage. Let's look at what's going on with you and Morgan. I hate the fact that the respect they give Sutton is almost like a half respect. Sutton doesn't really have friends on this show except Garcelle, Crystal, and maybe right now even Erica. And that is actually the perfect bridge to connect my next point to. I am loving I am loving Erica Jane this season. She has been nothing but pleasant to watch. I love the spontaneous foursome of friendship that is made up of Crystal, Sutton, Erica, and Garcelle. I think these four women complement each other so well. So well. I mean, Erica and Sutton are pretty much built from the same piece of wood. They're both Southern. They seem to get along with both Crystal and Garcelle individually. So I wouldn't be mad if this little, you know, foursome of women would, first of all, continue on their friendship and maybe even sit together at the reunion. Make Garcelle or Crystal first seat, and then have them sit next to Sutton and Erica. Or make Sutton first seat. I don't know. I don't care. I'm just pointing that out. I thought this episode was good. It was nice to watch. I just lost a couple of brain cells whilst, you know, looking at how Annemarie talks at people. And to be completely fair, the way Annemarie spoke at them is nothing that we should, you know, hyper focus on, because the way Miss Erica Jane sometimes speaks at them is also very aggressive, and if you ask me, much more venomous than Annemarie has now done or has now spoken to them. But did you guys notice how Annemarie said to her husband, "Leave, get me a drink," or something like that? I'm paraphrasing. And her husband was awkwardly laughing, like, "Just say leave, don't tell me to go get you. I don't know, I didn't properly listen," and awkwardly laughs away from the scene. It definitely gave very much, "Baby, we are going to talk this out, your behavior at home." It definitely gave that. And with those allegations running around about him, I am so not surprised that this is kind of their dynamic. I don't want to see them come back to the show. I don't want a potential I'm not gonna say the word. I don't want a potential blank on the show and his wife that is delusional. I like, though, that Annemarie is getting Crystal activated a bit, because, you know, we've been waiting for Crystal to snap and do something for the past 3 seasons. And Kyle, you are so annoying. You cannot, for the life of me, sit in your confessional and say, Crystal, we are at a black tie event. It's just not the way you speak to someone. You just don't call someone a bitch. Girl, Kyle, roll the tapes back of your behavior and all the other major and important events and how you showed your ass. Girl, let's not do that. Let's definitely not play the, oh my god, we are Beverly Hills, we are at a black tie event. Don't play that card, Kyle. Stop it. Stop it all the way. The way you'd be embarrassing Kim Richards back in season 5 or season 4 when Brandy and Kim got into the event and you wanted to talk to Kim and Kim didn't want to and Brandy defended her. And Brandy was about to whoop your ass because you wouldn't let go of Kim. The way when at, I don't know, I think Dana's house, I don't know, back then in season 3, you grabbed on Brandy's arm and then she pushed you back and you played the victim because she defended herself and leached your arm off of her. Kyle, be so for real. Stop. Just stop. There is just certain things that I can't listen to. Kyle, I feel so sorry for her loss. I'm devastated. I was sad for quite a bit that she didn't work things out with Mauricio, but I saw it coming. And I like that she's giving him a taste of her own medicine, but you have to give it to Kyle to when she could potentially have a good season to always get back to just being so insufferable and unlikable. Listen, Kyle is the MVP of Beverly Hills. We get it. I mean, she tried to be. She is kind of, but a huge but. She is sometimes a hypocrite, a really big hypocrite, and if I were in her shoes, wouldn't speak on Crystal's behavior at a black tie event. And also Annemarie, baby, come here, come closely. Please just get so close to the screen. I want to break something to you. Crystal Kang Minkoff, married to Rob Minkoff, the creator of Lion King. Crystal Kang Minkoff is that girl. You can never make me hate her, as dramatic as she might be. Crystal Kang Minkoff is the sole owner of the biggest coconut water company in the whole wide world. Baby Crystal shits money out of her ass, okay? Baby Crystal is moneyed down. I don't think that she is jealous of you, a nurse anesthetist. Don't get me wrong, nurse anesthetist make great money, very nice job, very respectable job at that, and kudos to you for being in the 2% of people in the medical field that make it to that position. But girl, please sit all the way down. Please have several seats. The only reason why Crystal does not promote her company on Bravo is because she would have to give a percentage of her income from that to them. And I think it's about 5 to 10%. So yeah, that's a lot. And yeah, I don't think that she is jealous of you at all. I don't think she missed out on not going to medical school at all. And if she chose to do that to get with Rob, so be it. They have a successful marriage. They have nice chemistry. They have 2 beautiful kids. Let the mouse go, in the iconic words of Miss Sutton Strack. Dorit and PK seem to better themselves. They seem to get along a bit more. They seem to kind of apply their therapist's feedback. I like where things are going. I'm not that hopeful though, because I have heard through the vineyards that things aren't so rosy over there in Beverly Hills with them. So I wouldn't be shocked if Dorit for next season comes to us with a divorce or separation storyline. Not that I'm wishing that upon them at all. I couldn't really care. But yeah. What else is there to talk about? The black tie event was amazing. The performance from Taylor was amazing, show-stopping. And I'm liking where we're going with this in this season. And at least Annemarie kind of gave a quite mediocre apology. At least she did apologize to Sutton. But, you know, could have been a little bit more truthful and honest. But anyways, next week we are going to Barcelona. And the cast trip is gonna be very bougie, very big, very luxurious, as we always do in Beverly Hills. The girls give us glitz, glam, and money. I can't wait to see how Crystal and Annemarie go at it. I can say that. So I guess we have to thank Annemarie for her involvement in this. And yeah, we are nearing the end of the season. I think we have 8 or 7 more weeks to go before we get the reunion. I think the reunion is being filmed right now, or maybe next week in New York. So I'm excited to see how everything plays out. And I give this episode a solid 8.5 out of 10. And that's it for my recap. Thanks so much for watching. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.